Hey, Shalom Akim, wa Akwath. Welcome back to another lesson entitled Exhortation number 1. Find your rhythm and stick to it. I'll read that one more time. Exhortation number 1. Find your rhythm and stick to it. The word rhythm is synonymous to the word pattern. And this lesson was inspired by the book of Titus, the 2nd chapter, and the 7th verse. In all things, showing thyself a pattern. Okay, there you go again. The word pattern means a rhythm of good works and doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, and sincerity.
Rhythm.
Rhythm, a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound, a flow, a tempo, a what? A pattern, a repeated, decorative design. First and foremost, we give all praises to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha HaKodash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world through ignorance calls God, Jehovah, Ahaya, or anything else not according to the Holy Scriptures. Yahweh means He exists, He to be. Yahweh Shai, who the world through ignorance calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai means He saves, He delivers. These are the names you must call upon in these last days to get delivered. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are so-called black men according to the Holy Scriptures. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, the man that taught me the 100% truth according to the Holy Scriptures, and shalom to the Israelite foreigners who are scattered amongst the heathen in these last days. And in these last days, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And there's an example of today's lesson, today's exhortation. There's an example of a pattern, a rhythm. And as you see, these various patterns have different colors. And every color in the spirit symbolizes different topics. Okay, for example, the color yellow may signify a topic of, the chariots, the UFOs. Okay, the green color, okay, could symbolize, speaking about the MOTB. Okay, the purple color can also signify, the basics, speaking about, the Gentiles, going into various history topics, okay, going into health lessons, going into the curses or the blessings of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. So every color and every pattern symbolizes what? Different topics. But you must keep a pattern of good works. And that's the main point of this lesson, okay? To stick to your pattern. You might be speaking about the 12 tribes of Israel, okay, one day, but the next day you have to what? You have to keep, okay, the pattern of maybe doing a rebuke video, okay? And that goes for me first and foremost, because these lessons that we do as brethren is for our spirit, but is also for the comfort of the brethren, okay? The brethren who are amongst us, who need the exhortation to keep a rhythm. Okay, this is the book of 2 Corinthians or 1 Corinthians 14:3, and it reads, "But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort." So when brothers do these videos, is to edify, exhort, and comfort the men and also the women who are amongst, okay, the believers, okay, the sincere sisters. And for you sisters out there, you have to keep a pattern of good works based on your lot. Okay, maybe you're praying, just Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Well, if you want to, okay, work or improve your rhythm, You can always, increase your prayers. Maybe you could pray, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from Monday to Sunday. The Lord said what? Pray daily, or cease without praying. That's another example of having good works, having a good rhythm, okay? And I want to get an example of a good rhythm of Yahushua. This is Luke 19:47. And he, who's he, Yahushua, and he taught daily. You see, so Yahushua had a pattern, a good rhythm of teaching daily in the temple. But the chief priests and the scribes and the chief of the people sought to destroy him. So having a good pattern of works, like it says in Titus, the 2nd chapter, and the 7th verse, having a good rhythm is actually going to amplify or fire up these spirits, man. Okay, when you're consistent, when you have a very a powerful rhythm of Yahweh Shema Shai, you will have enemies. But what matters is how consistently you stick to your pattern. Okay, again, Luke 19:47 is a perfect example of a good rhythm, or a solid rhythm, which is the rhythm of Yahweh Shai, teaching daily in the temple. So teaching daily, man, that's a good work. Again, like it says in the lesson, the title of today's lesson, Exhortation number 1, find your rhythm, right? Find your pattern and stick to it. Let's get another precept. This is the book of Titus 2:7 again, but in the NLT. And you yourself, right? You have first in this truth, you got to worry, okay? Like it says in the scriptures, worry about your own salvation first and foremost with fear and trembling. Okay, work out your own salvation. And amongst working on your own salvation, you're going to what? To exhort.
Exhortation.
You're going to encourage, communicate with brothers and sisters. You're going to pressure them in the spirit. Okay, you're going to what? Warn them, appeal, a sermon, a lecture. So we urge brothers to find your rhythm. Okay, brothers and sisters, you got to find your rhythm in this truth and stick to it. Okay, and pray to improve your rhythm. Okay, your pattern of good works. Again, it could be where you might be praying, once a day will increase your pattern, your rhythm to 2 prayers a day, and then 3, and then 4, and then to the point where you pray without ceasing. Now the word rhythm again.
Rhythm.
It says a pattern, a flow, a strong, regular, repeated pattern. So it has to be strong. Okay, good works has to be quality, man. So going back to another precept, or the same precept in Titus 2:7 in the NLT, and you yourself must be an example. Yeah, so you brothers, you got to be an example to the flock, man. To them by doing good works. And what are examples of doing good works? A reading, man. Okay, reading, exhorting, edifying, going to the highways and hedges, and teaching daily, man. Okay, to identify who's the true man of Yahweh Shema Shai, he must be teaching daily. And if he's not teaching daily, he must at least be communicating with either the brethren, okay, communicating, via a chat, okay, or just pretty much sending up prayers. Okay, if you're not doing a lesson maybe for 2 days, maybe it's because you have to increase your prayers. And while increasing your prayers, you're also going to work on increasing your lessons, man. Okay, encouraging brothers. So again, going back to Titus 2:7, and you yourself must be an example to them by doing good works of every kind. So a man of Yahweh, a true man of Yahweh Shema Shai, is going to do good works of every kind, man. You see, again, going into all the topics. What's the MOTB? Okay, who are the Gentiles? Who is Paul? Who is Peter? Okay, what does the book of Deuteronomy mean? What's the book of Genesis about? What's prophecy? Okay, the letters of Apostle Paul. What does the word epistle mean? Okay, what's the breakdown for the 12 tribes of Israel? Okay, these are examples of doing good works of every kind. Let everything, okay, let not just 10% or 20% of everything, but let everything, which is 100%, you do reflect the integrity and seriousness of your teaching. So, hey, this truth, man, this exhortation and having a good rhythm, a good pattern has to be very serious, man. And that's what's going to reflect who you are as a spirit, as a man or woman of integrity. You see that? So here again, another example, okay, of a good pattern, man. Showing good works. Hey, maybe you're a brother that goes to the highways and hedges, once a month. Hey, work on your rhythm, okay, and start going to the highways and hedges maybe once every 2 weeks, and then once you stick to that pattern, matter of fact, that's a spirit, and never be satisfied. Okay, there you go, man. So find your rhythm pattern and stick to it and never be satisfied. So let's say you have a pattern of going to the highways and hedges once every 2 weeks. Hey, but you cannot be satisfied with that. Though you're sticking to your pattern, right? Your rhythm. Hey, you got to work on your rhythm, on your pattern. Now go to the highways and hedges, hey, maybe once a week now, and then increase that by 2 times a week, and then 3 times a week. Hey, there's brothers that are actually going to the highways and hedges daily, man, from Sunday to Monday, okay, or Sunday to Saturday. But that's a brother that's been working on his pattern, on his rhythm for years, man. It takes years to develop a good rhythm, a good pattern, man. But for you, other newer brothers, hey, this goes for you first and foremost. Okay, when you come into this truth, okay, your rhythm might not be as good as the brother that's been in the truth for maybe 5, 10 years, but you got to work towards your own rhythm, your own pattern. Okay, the way that makes you feel, okay, not satisfied, okay, but to the point where, okay, you're feeling like, okay, I could do better. Okay, hey, I'm doing 1 lesson a week. Well, let me do 2 lessons a week. Well, I'm doing 2 lessons a week. Well, now let me do 3 a week. Okay, and never be completely satisfied. You see that? Hey, you could also do a pattern of maybe you could go a whole week, speaking about, the 12 tribes of Israel. And then after that week, okay, now you start speaking about the chariots, the so-called UFOs. Okay, that's another good pattern. And then the next following week, which is the third week, you could be speaking about, okay, health. Okay, about various, diets based upon the dietary law in the book of Leviticus. Okay, you could speak about, the consequences of eating pork for a whole week. That's another example of a good pattern. Okay, you could speak about the curses again, the curses in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. You can maybe speak about for a whole week, testimonies that you've had before coming into this truth. Okay, and link it to a Bible prophecy. These are just examples of patterns, man. Having a good pattern of works, like it says again in the book of Titus. Let me get that one more time. Titus 2:7. In all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine and teachings, showing uncorruptness, gravity, and sincerity, man. And having a good rhythm, having a good a pattern in this truth, man. You're actually being an example to other brothers, and you will actually benefit the body of Yahweh Shema Shai. And again, exhortation number 1, find your rhythm / pattern and stick to it and never be completely satisfied, man. So once you have a certain pattern, certain rhythm in this truth, pray to improve your pattern, because there's never Okay, you can never go wrong in improving yourself, man. You always consistently grow in your rhythm, in your pattern. Okay, until Yahushua comes back and makes you perfect, man. Hey, with that, I pray this brief lesson was edifying. Exhortation number one: find your rhythm and stick to it, and never be completely satisfied. I want to say shalom.